OakNorth is a really exciting, fast-moving bank. It's on an absolute mission to basically transform the provision of finance and advice, but it's all about fast-growth businesses that just do not get that level of high-quality access that they should and deserve.
OakNorth Bank has one of the best efficiency ratios of commercial banks globally. We started sitting back and saying we're probably at a stage where we need to be thinking about the efficiency of producing the board papers, sharing the board papers. Historically, it was a very manual exercise and they were created in PowerPoint. Late changes would cause a lot of issues. I think what we noticed when we were reviewing all of the different portals that are available, Board Intelligence is very intuitive to use. It's very user-friendly, the look of it is very nice, and it's very structured in the approach.
The most brilliant thing about Board Intelligence is it's one of the few pieces of technology that feels that it's been written by the end user, but it's so intuitive. You don't really need a great deal of training.
We also noticed that Board Intelligence works with a range of companies from small to large, and I think for us, we're obviously still growing. We're still aiming to grow significantly over the next 5 years, and therefore I think it helped us with our journey to notice that Board Intelligence has experience working with all different size companies and can support us on that journey.
I think it's the same as anything with board papers. Most of the work doesn't go on by the non-execs. It goes on in preparation, and it's many, many multiples of the time it takes us to read and review them. So the great advantage, I think, for the business is once we've got them, we've got a permanent library. I can go back and I can recall and review papers from a year, 2 years ago, and I can find them in seconds. So for us, it just makes us self-sufficient, but it also means the burden on the business is far, far less.
The search functionality within the board portal is very intuitive, and it saves, I think, a lot of time for everybody. Being able to spend less time in the preparation for the board documents has enabled me to focus more on the commercial side of the business. I think that was probably the defining moment for us. The other efficiencies that we've benefited from, I think, were an added bonus.
One of the main things in a fast-moving business like OakNorth is it is real time. If you've got to wait for papers to be produced, physically get papers to you, be in the right place to receive those papers, you're losing time and you're losing momentum. Whereas with OakNorth and with Board Intelligence, I get them in the same second they're actually sent. So I can work literally from the second they're produced. I think nowadays, in the world that we live, data security is more important than it's ever been. OakNorth prides itself on having the highest levels of security it can, and that enables us to do it with the board papers. It does it in a way that is highly secure, permanently secure, and doesn't give the risk of leakage.
Given again OakNorth is growing as fast as we are, I think it's key to be thinking about the next 5 years, what's relevant for us then, how we make sure that we're ready for that in advance. The time savings have been significant for me. I think that they have made the board meetings run more effectively and more professionally, and I think they've probably made everybody more aligned on the discussions that we're having and why we're having them.